Welcome to episode 413 of the Geeks for the Win podcast, the tech and gaming podcast from thegeeksforthewin.com, where we cover all things geeky. I'm your host, William McDonald, and I'm joined with my co-host, Stuart.
I'm live and I'm not a cat.
I can see that.
Known across the internet as Casual Terror.
Yeah, Stuart is referencing a TikTok he showed me just a little bit ago.
Well, the reason I showed it to you was because I knew I was going to make that joke.
Ah, gotcha.
Because I didn't want you to go, I don't know what you're talking about. So I showed it to you beforehand.
I had to stop watching TikTok because I was wasting so much time. That algorithm got me.
It's designed.
It got me good.
It's designed to do that. And every night
scared me.
Every night, like I'll spend like an hour and a half just watching minute-long videos. So like an hour and a half. So I'm watching, so many videos.
Yeah, it got bad for me. I've never really been addicted to alcohol or drugs or cigarettes or anything like that, but like I've had those feelings with TikTok.
It's so easy just to go flip, because it's like, oh nope, this not. I don't want to watch this video. Next.
Yeah.
Next. Next.
And it's just the whole grand scope of it all, of us as humans and the where we've come, how we've come. And if you look at TikTok and that whole concept, it scares me. Everyone already says, oh, we're always looking at screens and our attention spans are so short and all this and that, and that just proves it. And I'm just
TikTok
no, I don't want to.
Yes. TikTok is the short attention span staring at a screen. Yeah. That's that in an app, which, that's what Vine was too, but it was, it was a little bit longer.
Yeah, Vine wasn't as. I feel like I didn't use Vine as much. I mostly just would see compilations on YouTube of Vines.
That's also how I watched Vine.
Yeah, but I don't remember from what I did use Vine it being as intuitive as TikTok.
No,
that's the scary thing. Is it's so easy to use. It's too easy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, though, this is the tech and gaming episode. So, what have you been up to, Stuart?
Well, half of this story already. A couple weeks ago, I ordered a SteelSeries headset. Wireless, the Arctis 7 Pros, I think there was, or whichever, the wireless ones with the base. I ordered those to try to go wireless with my XLR. And if you're watching on YouTube, you can see I am not wearing those because I took them back. Because I was hearing this weird thing, it was almost like it was double talk. I was hearing myself twice, and I couldn't. I was like, and there is a setting on the headset to what they call side talk, which is when you're using the microphone, you can hear yourself kind of like what I'm doing now. But so it was like I was getting double that. I was getting the side talk and the mic monitoring through my headset. I was like, I
oh God.
and
Yeah.
I turned off the setting, but it stayed on, or like it wasn't, like it didn't make any difference at all. So I'm like, okay, I'll just take them back because these are not, I can't use them because I don't sound good. I was like, okay. And then the very next day, I ordered the Astro A50s because same thing. They've got a wireless base that you can plug in an aux cable to. So you can use that as just a headphone jack, which is, kind of what I need for the Go XLR. And as you see, I'm not wearing those either. Same issue. The same exact issue. And I even have them. They're right above me right here. I haven't taken them back yet because they are better. Like it's not as bad. And I even got like the leather ear cups like I have on my headset right now to block out a lot of the outside noise. But there was a lot about the A50s that I didn't like though. For one, the microphone was not detachable. I thought it was. It was not detachable. It's on there permanently. And with the A40 headsets like I'm wearing now, part of their what they call the mod kit to make it soundproof is not only just the leather ear cups, but the actual plate on the outside of it is actually has like a leather gasket on it to even stop outside sound from going in through the middle of the ear cup. So that helps completely because when I take this off, I hear sound, out of my right ear because I just took off the ear cup. But and what I've come to really kind of think I'm really is really happening is I'm not hearing myself through the mic of the headset, but I'm hearing myself just through with my ears, just from my mouth to my ears instead of from my mouth to the mic to the Go XLR to the headset, like I do with the A40s.
So you're just thinking the headset's not noise canceling enough.
It's not noise canceling enough.
Okay.
So I think that's what the actual issue is, which sucks because to go wireless with the Go XLR, as far as I know, are those two headsets are the only two options.
And they're not cheap headsets either. So you'd think the noise canceling would be great.
Nope.
Yeah. That sucks.
And I know, like, using it with the Go XLR is, it's a rare use case. I mean, not a lot of people do that, but I mean, and something may come later down the road that is, better designed to go with a Go XLR. Maybe Helicon,
twice the price.
Your audio, make a headset that goes wireless with your Go XLR. So, but yeah, that really sucks because I would love to be wireless with my headset with my Go XLR, but I just can't and be able to stand what I hear, which is my own voice. Twice. Once is bad enough, but twice, no, I can't. No, I can't do it twice. So that it sucks. It sucks, and people, I know people who use both the A50s and the Arctis Pros wireless, and I don't know how they use them. I don't know how they use them. Like that just sounds awful to me.
Huh.
Like even like what made me think of the Artis what wireless or Pro wireless was because a streamer that I know uses that with his Go XLR, and he's a musician. So like he knows audio. So I'm like, what? And it was it's Harris Keller, who, you know, he does stream beats, you know, the one of the couple like royalty free music stuff that you can, you know, you don't get DMCA'd on Twitch on. So I don't know how he uses those with a Go XLR, because I can't.
That is a confusing one. Yeah.
So that just sucks. Just really sucks. But actual gaming wise, what I've been doing is I got back into Final Fantasy 14 kind of hard this week.
I've been seeing you. Yeah.
I just decided, I was like, you know what? It's been a while. I'll resub, and you know, I've been kind of wanting to play an MMO for, you know, again for a while. So I got resubbed and started playing, and I was like, oh yeah, I really love this game. I really like this game. And I decided, instead of like, well, it's been like, you know, maybe 4 or 5 months that I last played. I forget, you know, basically I forget how to play. I was like, well, instead of, you know, trying to relearn my job of ninja, I'll just learn a whole new job, just a whole new class. And because Final Fantasy 14 is awesome the way it is, you don't have to roll a new character to play a new class. You just change your weapon. That's really all you do, and you've changed jobs, because they don't call it classes. You've changed jobs. So I tried out. I've been playing Samurai. And I'm liking Samurai a bit. Because I like melee DPS. That's where I've always played. It's what I like to play. And I feel like there's not a whole lot of options. Like there's 4. You got Ninja, which I played, and it's a very complicated class. Samurai, which it's pretty good. It's definitely not as complicated. And you got Pugilist, which is Pugilist / monk. Which I'm not a fist person, so I like blades. So okay, so not gonna do that one. And then the other one is Dragoon. And Dragoon doesn't have a good reputation. They're known to be dead a lot. They're known of being in the wrong, being out of position in dungeons. They're known for jumping off of platforms completely, because their whole thing is they're Dragoons, so they jump, I guess. I haven't even touched Dragoon. So I was like, I don't want to be that person, so I'll be Samurai. And I'm liking it so far. And it just so happens, it's funny, because the day before I started playing again, the day before, the next expansion was announced.
Oh wow.
I'm like, okay, I'm good timing here. and it's called Endwalker. And it's almost as if Square Enix kind of knew a current meme that was happening, because the next expansion is going to the moon. So it just like, okay, that's good timing. You're going to the moon when the phrase "to the moon" is on a lot of people's Twitters right now. So
yeah,
good on you for that. But it's not going to come out till like fall. So there's some time beforehand, and who knows? I may even get to that point by then. I don't know. Depends on, if I take another break again. Because I'm only on the second expansion. I'm on the first expansion right now, which is Heaven's Word. But I from what I've heard, the story as you go on just gets better and better. So I'm totally looking forward to the story getting way better than, because I kind of like it already. So I mean, if it gets better than this, sweet. And I did hear that from the time when I stopped playing a couple months ago to now, they added in the free trial the entire base game of Realm Reborn, and it also now includes the first expansion.
Oh wow!
So if like you want to jump in or anything like that, you don't have to pay a single thing, and you can play the base game and the first expansion. I don't know. Getting you to play an MMO is it's not going to happen. It happened once. But
yeah.
Yeah, he's not going to say anything. But
I mean, it did happen once.
It happened
You're
once.
referring to Star Wars, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I enjoyed that. That was really fun. I keep thinking about going back to it. At the very least, just to play through another class, just because, was it like each class has their own unique story?
Mm-hmm.
So, see what the story is, because that game was impressive for back then.
It was. It's even impressive for even now, because I think it still holds the Guinness Book of World Records for most voiced lines.
And it still keeps getting out. It's still supported, which is, it's good on them.
Yeah. Although from what I've heard, though, it's not as good as it used to be. But anyway, yeah. I also found out something about Final Fantasy 14. There was these the daily things you can do. It's called a daily roulette. You can just do a daily roulette of dungeon, and it'll just pick everybody. It just does a random dungeon for everybody. Or you can do a daily, what they call MSQ, which is the main story quest, which there are, it's the last two big story missions in A Realm Reborn. I'm like, okay, they're daily missions, and you get currency that you can then use to buy gear with them. So I'm like, I'm doing them every day. I'm like, there's only 2 MSQ things, and they're long. They're not long to play, but the cutscenes are unskippable because it's mainly designed for people who are new and just getting to that point. So it's good to to have just a group of people just to come in, to have an incentive for people to join and play with the new players, it's a good idea. But I recently found out that the two at the end of Realm Reborn are the only two they've ever done. So there's only two. And when I say they're long cutscenes, one of them is about 40 minutes long, like to do the entire MSQ. And I would say a good 30 minutes of it is dialogue cutscene. And there are people like okay, we've hit this point. I'm gonna go walk my dog. I'll be back in like 20 minutes when dude gets done monologuing. Because that's what it's really. It's the villain monologue, and then he powers up, goes golden Frieza, and then you kick his ass. Mm-hmm. He's straight. He's in a black armor and black like Power Ranger like villain armor, and then he powers up and it all turns gold. I'm like, well, he just went golden Frieza, and we're just now going to kick his ass. Like, oh my god! Like the cutscenes are so damn long, and I've even talked about this with other people, and like Frozen. Like, if everybody in the thing has done it, they're not new. Allow it to be skippable. Would be great, but I can also see why that's a bad thing, because then you'll get in that one time where it's a new person in here. Not everybody's going to rag on them because you can't skip the cutscenes because of them. I'm like, I get why you don't want to do that, but at the same time, like a 10-minute dialogue, cutscene dialogue is a bit much when you see it every day. So
yeah, that seems like a bit much.
Let's see. The other thing that I've been playing, I played briefly with you, and that was we played a mod pack in Minecraft called Valhalsia 3, and it was fun. I liked it. We didn't get to play a whole lot of it because you had issues after a couple days.
Yeah, like I for whatever reason I had performance issues on my PC, and I've got my laptop, which I don't ever use because I don't really go out much, and I'll just use my desktop here, So I've just been like, I could use that to run a Minecraft server, and I've done it in the past, and I've I thought, okay, let's do this again, and so I was starting to do that, and it's not like I'm running it on the same computer
right
that I'm playing on,
and at the same time, like, I have no issues. I'm like, so it's not like it's not an issue with the server. It was specifically to you, which I found was odd.
And I've cranked up the RAM both on the server side and my PC side, so I don't. And it's hard to troubleshoot a mod thing like this. Like I was looking for the longest time online and like, okay, what's the PC specs requirements to run this? And it's just like every place I looked just said, "Oh, you need this much RAM," and that's it.
Yeah, that's really all you ever get is how much RAM you need. With like what I found like troubleshooting like mod packs, unless it's like an issue with a specific mod, you generalize with all just mod packs and not just like that specific mod pack. You have to try to generalize, and maybe you might find something.
See, I even looked at the Valhelsia Discord server and was looking through there and seeing if people were having issues and trying to figure it out, and I didn't see anything. So I don't know what like.
Well,
I would get high frame rates. You know, I would get pretty high frame rates. I'd get anywhere from like 80, 80 to 80, 90, maybe 100. But it would just it just wouldn't run smooth though. And then I would try to cap it to like 60, and it would still not run well. And like nothing I would do, I would be tweaking the settings like crazy, and nothing was helping. Like it was the weirdest thing. Except for if I went mining, like I guess because there's less things for the world to render, or I don't know, but like mining I could do.
And mine you did.
I mean, it was the only thing I could do. Yeah.
Well, it was like there was one time when you were having trouble connecting, and I was at the time I was literally lost in one of your mine tunnels. Like, I know there's a turn somewhere around here to go up, but I've passed it like 3 times and I don't know where it's at. And then I see you pop on like, he can help me. And he's gone. He's back. He's gone. He's back. He's gone. Shit.
Yeah. Another issue I was having was it wasn't even launching for me. Like it would say it would say I was there, and then I disconnected, but I wasn't. It never even connected me. Like it would try to load and connect, and then it would freeze, and then just do the Windows not responding thing, and that was half the time. So I think for whatever reason, I think it's just that one.
Did Optifine work? Because we talked about Optifine after that. Did that ever work?
I have yet to try Optifine on that.
Okay.
On Valhelsia. Yeah. I need to. I need to check that out, but I'm not gonna get my hopes up, but I definitely will try to check it out because that seemed like an interesting one, and it's getting supported. It was frustrating because it's like I went to set up the server, and then in less than an hour there was an update.
Yeah,
and I was like, wait, what? Now I got to update this after I just what? No. Like it was literally like right as I was installing it, there was an update.
Well, it was funny because when you told me the next mod pack we were going to try, I looked the next day because I was going to download it, and that next day there was an update that day. I'm like, he probably didn't know that, and I didn't message you yet.
Oh yeah, I saw that. Yeah, like the next day there was an update. Yeah, I saw that too, and I'm like. Because that one I was like, okay, there's an update back at the end of January. Okay, so there probably won't be one for a little bit, so this will be a safe one. And
that one, and it was Rogue. I'm trying to remember the name of it. It's RAD Rogues.
Roguelike and Dungeons.
Yeah, that's which I've played with before. Yeah,
I messed around with it a little too.
Roguelike Adventures Dungeons. That's what it is.
Adventures Dungeons. Yeah.
Yeah,
or rad.
I've played that one before, and I remember like finding this portal just in the middle of nowhere. Like, okay, what's in this portal? Walk in. I'm in this another dimension, just full of like hallway and another hallway that crosses it and doors at each end. Oh fuck. So I go through a door.
Open the door. Oh my god! Tripwire. Explosion.
No,
Crap.
it was.
I encountered that yesterday.
Well, I went through the door and it sent me to another place. It was a jumping puzzle to get to the other door on the other side of a room. Like, okay.
Oh.
So I had to do the jump puzzle, jump, fell, died. Stuff gone, lost forever. Like, fuck. Because there's no way I'm getting back to that.
I came across a thing similar to that, and there was like there were some rooms with other doors that led to other, had other portals, but there were other rooms, like with chests and stuff at the end and whatever. And I looked and I'm like, what was that? And I turned around and I'm like, oh crap, there's a tripwire there. And then explosion from TNT. And I'm like, oh my God. Okay, I lived. That's good. And then I went to another room. Same thing happened. And I'm like, dang it. You think I would have learned.
Right. So
that one's filled with a lot of magic.
Yes.
A lot of magic. I remember that
one, there being a lot of magic. I remember another mod in that called Blood Moon. I hate Blood Moon. Blood Moon is basically it's 7 days to die. Every now and then a blood red moon will appear and monsters spawn like crazy. And you cannot sleep during it. Like every single monster in the game spawns and comes directly at you.
So you build an obsidian safe room
and just stay there. Yeah.
Okay, Stuart, this is the time we go get our snacks and take a bio break.
Yeah. It's going to be a while.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's been a while since I've last played that mod pack, and I've not joined the server yet, but I will.
Yeah, it's changed a lot since I dabbled in it.
When I looked at it, I was maybe a point behind. Like it was like version point, and then I was behind like a full like maybe 2 numbers. Was that last played?
Yeah. What is it? The spawn is spawn, and it's like in like a camp of vampire hunters.
Okay.
Which I'm just like,
you get some amazing spawns then, because the spawn in Valhalla was amazing because it was literally at a village.
Yeah, and there was like castle towers and stuff around where there was wizards, and one attacked me and I had to kill him back.
I remember the wizard towers.
Yeah, one just attacked me for some reason. I'm like, well, you got to die now.
That's weird because
I stole his books.
They're supposed to trade with you. They don't attack unless they are attacked.
I don't know what happened. There must have been something weird, but yeah, one just attacked me. So yeah, there's an empty wizard tower because after I killed him, I stole his bookcases.
As
so
you
I
would.
can make my own.
As you would.
My own enchantment table and stuff like that. There's a lot of magic involved in that. I've been dabbling in that, and that runs great. I have Optifine on it, and it runs like solid, like 120 frames, and
sweet.
I haven't really had any issues. It's funny you talk about spawn, because I go venturing not too far from spawn. Oh shit, there's a red fire dragon. Oh shit. That was an adventure trying to get my stuff back. I died a few times.
I forget what mod pack I was playing with not that long ago. I don't think it was rad. It was definitely not another one. But like I had to delete like 5 worlds because spawn was terrible. Like, Oh, here I'm gonna spawn. Oh, that's a dragon right there in front of me. That instantly kills me every time I wake up. So, oh no, delete that world. Let's try new spawn. Okay. Spawn. I spawned inside a bandit camp. Fuck. That's a terrible spawn too. So yeah, I've definitely had some bad spawns in a mod pack where I had to do like 5 different worlds just to find just a spawn that wouldn't kill me as soon as I spawned.
Yeah, it seems like that dragon is far enough. He hasn't come close enough to the actual spawn to be a real issue. But like I said, I was just like traveling and I was trying to find cactus for some reason. And I found it and I'm like, oh great. And then I'm like, oh, there's a dragon there. Oh, oh no, I'm dead. And then there was a adventure trying to get my stuff back. Like I said, I died a couple times trying to get it back, but I got all my stuff back. And what was it? Yeah. So it seemed, and I've gone out looking for stuff, collecting stuff, and seen him. He's around, so that may be something we can gear up towards. Is try to like get powerful enough to fight the dragon.
Maybe get some other people to join us.
That would be fun, because that's what started this, because we were talking about Minecraft mods and stuff like that, and about how like you were playing a little bit with Josiah and all their stuff that they want to do. They do. It just isn't that fun for you.
No, and there's the fact that like the stuff that they're like, oh, we'll just pretend that this is this thing. I'm like, well, there's a mod that actually makes that a real thing. Like,
yeah,
it's like you don't have to pretend anything. There's a mod to let you make it real.
It is like in all the other the thing I love is all the like quests and stuff in the books that you it gives you objectives to do, and all the different like, okay, I have to all the different like resources that are added that you can mine, or stuff that you can make by adding this one to this one and using this machine to create, what's it called? What's it called when you mix like 2 metals together? Alloys, yeah, like the alloy type stuff where, and just it's interesting, and it just adds a lot more complexity and stuff. And honestly, I didn't realize there was this much magic in Rad. Like,
I forget.
I figured there was, but
does this mod pack have tinkers? Because I've come to realize that my favorite mod, Tinker's construct, is starting to go away, and I don't like that. Like
I don't know.
It used to be in almost every mod pack, but now it's like it's not seen anymore. So I'm looking at the mod list. Installed mods.
It's got like 200 or somewhere close, I think.
207.
Yeah.
Nope. Yeah, Tinker's construct for a good long while. It used to be in every single mod pack. Now it's nowhere, which sucks because I love Tinker's construct.
Yeah. I've found like random books and scrolls and spell scrolls and stuff that I'm just like, I have no idea what this shit is. This is going to take some time getting used to. I'm putting this in the magic chest. And I made a chest where I put things I think are magical, like to try to figure out. And I think I read a scroll that was magic missiles. And I'm like, oh, okay.
I remember having a wand of magic missiles.
Yeah, I read a scroll and like something shot out and hit the wall, and it didn't like destroy anything, but it was just a little like almost looked like a sparkler fizzle thing, and I'm just like, oh, what just happened? Did I like use the spell or did I learn it? And then I read something else, and it was like, you learned this, and I'm like, okay, well, how do I use? There must be like a wand or something I
You
need
have to
to be
build. You
able
have to
to actually,
build the wand.
yeah, use it. So that's interesting, and yeah. I've got a like a witch hat that gives me a +2 to armor. That's kind of cool. I killed a witch and got it. Yeah. I don't know. It's fun. I love Minecraft. It's so good. And it's like we've been saying, like once you play modded Minecraft, it's just
You
hard to go back to normal.
you can't.
It really is.
You
It
can't go
just
back.
feels
You can't go back
bland and
to vanilla.
plain.
Yeah.
The thing I hate about modded Minecraft though, and I started to realize this on the Helsia,
The load time.
fishing sucks. Well, that too, the load time, but fishing sucks because there's so many different things you can get from fishing.
Yeah.
When it's like I want to find like an enchanted bow or enchanted like where it's a lot easier to find that stuff in regular Minecraft, versus like,
Sure.
oh,
Easier.
there's
Yeah.
16 or there's like 32 new fish added to this Minecraft. So
Sure.
this fish is so you can make sushi, and this fish you can make this dish, and you can, like there are some aspects that get a little too like detailed and crazy with, I feel like. But you take the good with the bad, so
And there you have
it's good.
facts of life.
I yeah, it's fun. I'm liking Rad. It's like I said, it's working great. I'm having no issues at all. I do need I need to update it tonight yeah, I think I may do that. Update it tonight since I was about to send you a message that said like, if you install it, you got to install the previous version because I haven't, updated it yet because it just updated. My luck. Yeah. I mean, that's good though, I guess. I mean, honestly,
It's
it's
active.
still getting supported.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's not a new mod either, right?
No, it's been around a while.
Yeah, I think 2018, I want to say. I was on the page and then I clicked off. Yeah, February 2018. So yeah, it's like been around for 3 years and it's still getting supported. So that's great. And it's on like, it's one of the most popular ones. So that's good. Almost 4 million downloads. So yeah, it's popular.
Yeah, it is. It's kind of funny. Just kind of sticking with Minecraft because I see the the creator of this is Dreams, and he's actually a well-known Minecraft YouTuber.
Oh, really?
I've actually watched some of his stuff because it's like, oh yeah, me and my friends we've built this black hole just using command blocks, and we're gonna set it off and we're gonna run from it because it's gonna chase us. Or I'm gonna try to speed run Minecraft while this guy right here is gonna try to kill me. So it's stuff like that. But he's been in the actual news lately. Sorry, I got some. My sock was weird. He's actually been in the news, the Minecraft news lately, because he submitted a speedrun to speedrun.net that was questionable.
Oh,
It wasn't the fastest time. It was like third place. Like it wasn't even like oh, I just did the fastest time. No, it was like the third fastest. But the drop rates, because like the current speedrun tactic with the current Minecraft is in order to get Ender eyes, you have to trade with piglins, and they have like a 1 to 5 chance to drop what the ingredient you need. And then of course you also need blaze powder, which you need blaze rods, which drop half the time.
You can't kill Endermen to get the Ender eyes?
Well, you get Ender pearls.
Or Ender pearls, yeah.
But it's faster to trade with piglins.
Okay. That's the faster one. Okay.
That's the strat. It's faster to trade. But like I said, it's like 1 to 5. And he didn't get it every single time, but the odds that he got it was so astronomically, like, because like they went back and like looked at like this past like the 6 streams that led up to this. And he got so astronomically lucky that like a mathematician looked into this, into like the odds and stuff. It was like he got a 1. It was a 1 out of 2.1 times 10 to the, I want to say 21st power. Like that kind of odds of getting like that. And he said that if everybody who has ever existed in the world, 100 billion people, speed ran Minecraft every second for 100 years, you still don't have that kind of odds.
Wow.
So he's like, it may have been like, because like the whole thing was like he had like, it was kind of a like, because the question was like he did something on the back end to make the drops just a little bit more likely. That was what, you know, what the people at speedruns.com was saying. I was like, there was a change to the actual Minecraft. It wasn't the official Minecraft. It was changed in some way. And the guy the mathematician who did it was like, I can't tell whether he did or not, but the odds that he got were so astronomical that it's almost like you can't even put this in there because it's mathematically impossible at this point to get what he got. So it's not even worth putting in.
So it would be difficult for him to cheat it to where he got the results he did. Is what you're saying? Not
difficult to cheat it, but it's possible to cheat it. But it was just so astronomically lucky to get what he got that it's almost like it's not even worth putting in there because it was just a fat chance that he could have gotten it.
Ah, okay. Interesting.
Like there's lucky and then there's too lucky. Or like it's questionable.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah.
I don't know. I stumbled across that YouTube video and I found it fascinating. And it was just nothing but math too. I was like, I'm such a nerd. I'm watching, like, not only are people using these mathematical formulas to figure out how lucky this guy is, I'm watching a YouTube video on that.
a YouTube video about mathematical formulas proving whether or not someone cheated on a digital
Yes.
Lego game.
Yes.
That's what's the Rooster Teeth say? Explain that to a caveman.
Right. Yes.
That's crazy. Yeah. I don't know. I've been watching Minecraft stuff lately, and I've been wanting to get into more of it because it's just fun, and it's a great game to play when you're watching other stuff as well.
Yeah.
It's like the perfect game to play when you have like another monitor right next to the monitor you're playing on.
I was absolutely watching other stuff.
Yeah.
I told you when I first joined, like, oh yeah, I've got a speed run of Final Fantasy IX up. That's a 9-hour video. So, yeah. See, what else have I been doing? Oh yeah, I tried out Donut County finally because it's on Game Pass.
I saw this on Game Pass. Yeah,
it's on Game Pass. I downloaded it on PC. Actually, no. What I first did, because I wanted to try out Game Pass on my phone finally. So I tried that out, and it kind of works. This is the only game I've really played on it. It kind of works. There's a bit of a delay, but with a game like Donut County, which is basically it's Katamari, but instead of a giant ball that's rolling around, it's a hole in the ground. You're just sucking things up, and the more you suck up, the hole gets bigger and bigger. So that's really kind of what the crux of the game is. I'm like, okay, I'll download it on PC now too. Down on PC, and I get to the made by Annapurna, and then it crashes every time. Like I can't even get into the game on PC. So I've only played it on my phone. Which like playing Game Pass games on your phone, I don't think I would really recommend it because of that kind of delay. Like unless it's just a really slow pace, you don't have to react to anything kind of a game, I don't recommend it because of the lag you get. And
yeah, I don't remember the lag being too terrible when I tried it, but that was a while ago.
It's funny because Donut County, it is a mobile game, but it doesn't use the mobile controls. It uses the Xbox controls. So like,
really,
I've got the A button and like all that kind of stuff on my screen. I've got a little joystick on my screen instead of I don't know what the actual mobile version is because it's like $5. Like no.
Oh yeah, no.
So I don't know what the actual mobile version is like, but it's got the Xbox controls on the screen, which I could also play on my Xbox, but God, I haven't turned on my Xbox in probably a year. So I don't feel like doing that.
Okay.
Even though it's just, like I'm right here, I'm touching it. I'm touching the Xbox, but I'm like, no, I'm not going to turn it on.
Oh wow, yeah. I only use mine for media.
But that's all I've been doing. What about you?
We talked about Minecraft, so that's one thing. Funny enough, I did play something on. I wasn't Game Pass, but I was just like, I don't know why. I was just like, let me uh, let me try this out again, and I was trying out the GeForce Now again
Okay.
on my phone. And I've got a controller that's Bluetooth, or my Xbox. I got one of the Xbox controllers that's Bluetooth, so I can connect it that way and not have to do like touchscreen
Okay.
joystick controllers. Yeah, I don't even know if that's possible on the GeForce Now. But um, so I was checking that out, and that actually ran great. That ran perfect.
Awesome.
I was amazed how great that ran. Like, like I didn't notice it. Like maybe here and there'd be a slight hiccup or whatever, but it ran pretty great. I did a couple like little things in the game. Was it? I was running Immortals Phoenix Rising
Okay.
on it, and which God, I still need I need to play more of that and actually finish that. I stopped for a little bit, and the DLC has come out for that game too, so there's a lot more for me to play through. But I think I'm close through the actual story finally. But yeah, I was messing around with it on I just I don't know why. I just felt like I want to try this out, be on my couch and prop my phone up and see how this goes. And it's because you can, with the free version, you can play for I think up to an hour.
Up to an hour. That's what I just saw.
Yeah. So I was just like, let me try this out and see, because I messed around with it in the past when it was in beta and stuff like that, and it seemed to work pretty well. So did I've had, for the most part, I've had good success with Game Pass as well. So it worked great though. The GeForce Now, it absolutely works great, and that's the type of service that I like. And I hate that the fact that it had such the issues with the developers, because like it's not you. I own the game. I bought the game. Who cares if I'm playing it on GeForce Now versus a fancy lap or fancy computer or whatever? Like, you got my money already for the game. Like,
right. It's
the issue?
Not like a Game Pass where like they give you the games for the subscription. No, you pay for the subscription and then you play your own damn games that you've already bought.
Exactly. And it's not like Stadia where you have to buy a unique copy just for that platform. No, you can. I can be playing it on my PC, and then I just log into because with GeForce Now, what it is you're logging into a remote you're logging into their server, a remote desktop for the to in layman's terms, and you're logging into from that server, you're logging into your Steam or your Ubisoft Connect or whatever, and it sees what games you have in your library, and it lets you play the games you have in your library. That's it. It doesn't let you like play games you don't have, or anything like that. I mean, it's whatever games you have. That, I guess, that didn't make a complaint and get taken off the service and all that when that happened. I feel like that had the roughest launch. That was the most BS.
I agree.
Of the cloud services. But yeah, it works great. It worked, it worked perfectly. And like I said, I've tried all but the Amazon one. I haven't tried Amazon's, like, what's it called? Lunar.
Oh yeah, Lunar. Yeah. I'm like, yeah. Amazon has one. What? I completely forgot they did.
Yeah, I think I got a. I don't know if I got an invite in an email or something, or I don't know, but I don't even know what I haven't really even looked anything into that one, but I've tried the Stadia. There's some issues with Stadia I've noticed. Before it was Stadia, I tried it out and it worked great, but that was also before, I guess it was live, and it also wasn't a, it was only like one game available for it at the time. It was I think Odyssey,
Mm-hmm.
Assassin's Creed Odyssey was the only game available when it was Project Stream.
Right. And Stadia is
Um,
basically it's on its nine legs now, because Google has pulled the exclusive support. They've shut down their own studio that was run by Jade Ray Merriman. That's now shut down, and she's left Google. So now it's basically using other people's games. Like, well, okay, that just means that Stadia is gonna die
yeah.
now.
I saw an article just that said, yeah, here it is. Engadget. Google plans to release 100 games for Stadia this year.
Not their own, because they're not doing it anymore.
Yeah, but like I guess to get 100 games on there. They made their Stadia Pro free, I think, now.
Oh, it is. I didn't realize that.
And I think the free games associated with it are going away or something like that. I don't know, but I think like yeah, so like you can do the fancier, the better resolution and higher frame rate or whatever version of it. I think it was like 4K version of it now without having to pay the monthly thing.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, they're definitely changing their model plan, and I think I don't know. I never really thought Google making their own games was going to work, and just because you have money doesn't mean you can you could be successful in something. We see that with Google and trying to like I don't even know if we saw a game come from them. We
No.
see Amazon, they're having struggles trying to make games.
Yeah, I think they. Yeah.
What was their multiplayer game that came out and then went back in beta and then they scrapped it, I think.
Oh, I just saw it. I just saw a news thing about it. Crucible.
Crucible, yeah, okay. See, I thought I was wanting to say Crucible, but I'm like, well, no, that's is that what it's called? Because that's also what Destiny's PvP is called.
Right. Oh, and I completely forgot that
Yeah.
that New World is their MMO as well.
Yeah, which that had some mixed feelings.
I didn't
think.
like it. I didn't like it. Friends of ours, they liked it. I did not.
Yeah. Luna's is okay. Yeah, so there's a Luna. Here we go. Luna Plus, $5.99 a month, unlimited hours of playing, growing library of games include. Oh, so wait, is this a subscription thing? Growing library of games including Control, Grid, and Metro Exodus, up to 1080p, 60 frames, 4K coming soon. Stream on 2 devices at a time. Play on PC, Mac, Fire TV, web apps, iPhone, iPad, and select Android. And then I guess if you have Ubisoft Plus, it's also part of this. Like you're able to. Kind of weird. They got their own controller too, of course.
Sure.
It looks like a like a knockoff Xbox controller. But anyways, but yeah, that'll be interesting. But GeForce Now works. Like it's the one I think that works the best. Which it's a graphics card manufacturer. I think we said when they first announced that they were doing this, we were like, if anyone can do it, it's them,
right?
Because they know how to create stuff, all the tech behind everything. So, and it seems to work pretty well. So, what else? Destiny just came out with the new update. It's kind of more of the same. Like there is some new stuff. There's less new stuff than they said was gonna be. Like their roadmap shows like day one, two old strikes from Destiny 1 coming to Destiny 2, but they forgot to put one in.
Whoops.
Yeah, they're like, oh crap! It took the community a little bit because they were like, man, no one's getting this in the playlist. That's kind of weird. It must be unlucky. You think, and then finally, I guess it came out that oh no, they forgot to put it in the game for there was some reason behind it or whatnot. They're adding they've continued to add some elements from previous seasons that the fans, the players liked. They pretty much have come out and said like if you like something or feedback from like say this current season won't be implemented until like not the next season but the season after. So because they're working on next season. Next season is pretty much they can't really make too many changes on as far as that goes. But the one after that, they can if they find that people like this mechanic or this this thing, they can add more to it. And what was it? There was a engram system where you were able to focus the engrams you got towards like, okay, I'm going to use these currencies and this stuff to focus it towards getting a 50-50 chance of either this weapon or this weapon, or I want an armor piece, and I need a helmet or I need this, or, pretty much like narrowing down, narrowing down the RNG of it, but not necessarily making it crafting, still keeping it RNG, like kind of a in between, halfway point between like crafting and just RNG.
Yeah.
Which, the fans liked because, it was a lot easier to go for the stuff you wanted when you were able to narrow it down between like, up to as little as 2 things versus like a loot pool of like maybe 20 things, So that's good. There's a new activity called Battlegrounds where it's like it seems like kind of like a mini strike, but there's there are areas where enemies just come at you and they just keep coming, and it's kind of horde mode without it being like, oh, this round is done, next round type thing. But it's just the fact of the sheer amount of enemies that come, which is kind of fun, because I've said before, the best part of Destiny is the shooting. Like they've got the shooting down. It's just they want you to shoot the same things. It's just the rest
of the game.
They want you to shoot the same things over and over and over and over again.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, the story is interesting. Like there's There is story now in Destiny. Shocking to say. And there's a lot of mixed things going on with how the community is reacting to certain characters and certain things that are happening. I'll just say it. There's a character who was like kind of a in D1 he was kind of an asshole, and then in D2 he got manipulated and kind of became a bad guy, and he died, but then he got resurrected as a guardian. And a lot of people are like, some people are thinking like, because in the lore of Destiny, like when you die, you're dead. And then if you're resurrected you're not who you were. You're someone completely different.
Right.
And a lot of people like can't really get past that fact, or he can't, like, they understand that, but they still have a grudge towards this character because he killed Cade, Nathan Fillion's, the character Nathan Fillion voiced.
Okay, I actually thought you were talking about Cade because I remember.
No.
I remember that Cade died. I'm like, well, okay, he came back then.
No, it's the character that killed him.
Oh,
that
okay.
Ended up dying and came back as a guardian.
Fuck him. He killed Nathan Fillion. No. I don't even play.
I mean, let's be honest. Bungie killed Nathan Fillion because they didn't want to pay him. Like
the Bungie or Activision?
Was this Bungie? I can't remember when that, like, if it was Bungie or I think it was. I don't know. I think they were still under Activision when that happened. Actually, yeah.
So blame Activision.
Yeah, they're always a safe bet. You know.
Hey, I'm all for blaming EA or Activision on everything.
Exactly,
because they're majorly what's wrong with the game industry. We can go into what's wrong with the game industry. No. And blame Activision and EA.
It's really cool because the voice actor for this character, because it was the Prince Aldrin, the Queen's brother in Destiny, whatever.
Okay, I remember him.
Yeah. He was he wasn't evil in D1. He was more of an asshole.
He was an asshole,
but in D2 he got manipulated. So he really kind of wasn't really evil, but he got manipulated because there was this like monster that was making him think it was his sister, telling him what to do and communicating with him and all this and that. And then it's a weird story to get into. He came back and he's known as the Crow. And the way he talks, the way his voice, the voice actor for him talks and his mannerisms, and it feels like a completely different person almost. Like it's really kind of cool, like the way that how good the voice actor is to make, because he's calm and like really nice and not like how he was, where he was, like I said, kind of an asshole and felt like entitled and all this and that. And so, there are like those little like things that make you, if you pay attention, you can see, this isn't Aldrin. This is the Crow. He's totally different. And there's dialogues where he's like, I can't go to the tower. I've heard, people talk, and I've seen people, people have seen me and I see their reactions, and I don't know, I know who I wasn't good, but, and it's interesting to see that he's figuring out, he's putting the pieces together, understanding who he is. And now he's at the tower, but he has to wear a mask, kind of Phantom of the Opera, but he has to wear a mask so no one can see who he is. Cause I can guess, there'd be riots or whatever. But there's some interesting stuff. And of course, if you go deep dive into the lore, like the the written lore in the game and stuff. There's way more, but I don't have time for that. I just whenever there's like voice dialogue and stuff like that, I make sure to listen to and not just skip it like some people I play with, like Pantsless Steve, for example. Because I do like the world. I'm kind of upset there isn't like I said, there is like lore in the game written and all this and that, but they haven't like they haven't come out with any books and stuff like they did with Halo back in the day, you know?
Yeah.
And I would love that. I would love there to be like actual books written and stuff like that. And you know, there are some good YouTubers out there who like go through all that lore and stuff that's in the game. Just I power to them. I don't know how they're able to, but they make great like lore videos and stuff like that where they put pieces of this and this and that, and they, you know, okay, this is the story of this, and then they tell a story. They tell that story, and
like when I played WoW. WoW lore videos where like the people like there's one guy specifically who does WoW lore videos. He's phenomenal. Like, yeah, I'm all with you about lore videos and like where did you find this? Like what deep dungeon of a Blizzard's or Activision's basement did you find this information? Like, really?
Yeah, I mean Bungie and Destiny, they make that lore available, but it's like you have to go in the menu and you have to click on this thing, and then this is the lore section where there are books, and you click on the individual little book icon, and then you go through the page, and it's just like, you know, I don't want to do this on a back when it was just console. It's like, oh, that's the worst place to do it on, is to like try to read through lore and stuff on a console. But so it's easy. I guess it's easier in that way. But like, yeah, I think the top Destiny lore guy, his YouTube is My Name is Bife, and he's got like 866,000 subscribers. Like, he puts out really good stuff. And I hate him because he's one of those he's one of the British guys with like the great voice that makes that you can just like listen to, you know?
Uh-huh.
And like anything he says just sounds smart, you know?
Sure. Yeah. I know exactly that voice. Uh-huh.
Yeah. No, I'm not saying all British people make things sound smarter, because that's not true.
It's the opposite of our voices. Right? Yeah.
Kinda. Yeah. Yeah. But it's that like it like I said, I wouldn't say all British people have that effect. It's just like there are some, you know. They're definitely some a type, you know. It's like, you know, like Morgan Freeman. You can listen to him say anything, and anything he says would sound smart, you know. It's just his type of voice.
Sure.
You know. But yeah, so it's this guy he's got the perfect voice for what he does, you know, on doing lore videos and stuff. But yeah. So what else? Is there anything? I think that's it for me. Yeah. We got a few news topics we can get through quickly.
Yeah.
I don't think we'll take up too much time.
No. Something that happened that was big in the gaming world that we didn't get a chance to talk about yet.
You mentioned earlier, to the moon.
To the moon. GameStop stonks. Yeah. The subreddit Wall Street Bets noticed that there was a couple hedge funds that was shorting GameStop stock. And they decided as a collective to start buying that stock and making that stock go up. And since then, I've learned a lot about stocks because of this. Like, well, how do you short a stock? Well, you borrow the stock. You don't buy the stock, you borrow it from somebody.
See, I've had this explained, and I'm still
and
like,
that's part
not sure I understand.
How do you borrow a stock? Well, if you ever heard of buying on margin, that's what that is. That's borrowing a stock. You're not buying the stock, you're borrowing the stock.
You borrow in debt in order to make a profit.
I don't. Yeah. You borrow the stock, you sell to somebody else. Same price. So at this point, you've made no money. The stock then goes down. You buy back that stock from that person, and then you have to give that stock back at that lower price. So in a sense, you've like, say a stock is worth $10. You borrow the stock, sell it for $10. It goes down. Then you buy back that stock for $8, and then you give the stock back. So essentially, you've made $2.
Okay, yeah.
So you've made $2, but add a couple more zeros onto that, and that's what's going on. And what Wall Street Bets
sounds criminal.
Certainly does, but it's not. It's legal. It certainly does.
Sounds. If you think about it for more than 5 seconds, it sounds criminal.
It certainly does, and it's been going on for years. And of course, this is how people make money on Wall Street, is doing shit like this. It's not just buying and selling. It's it's predicting. Well, okay, it's going to go down, so let's make money off it going down. That's also how in 2008 the housing market. That's also how that kind of happened too, shorting houses. But Wall Street Bets, they kind of saw this was starting to happen, so they bought all that stock. So instead of the stock slowly going down, it started going up. And then that kind of
did it got
up? Wind, and it went up and up and up, and that caused a lot of hedge funds to lose money on this. And like Robinhood, they ended up stopped the sales. They stopped the buying of GameStop, which pissed a lot of people off.
And they blocked AMC too, because people were trying to do that. I think. Switch to that.
Yes. I also heard that AMC was basically their next target. But where's I going with this? Like a lot of hedge funds end up losing like a lot of money, which is not fuck the rich people. Well, you got to think of who pays into and who. A lot of companies also take from those hedge funds. So you really hurt a lot of other people with this, not just the hedge fund people, but like businesses. Like AMC could have been a part of this hedge, they could have been, taking money from this hedge fund. We don't know, but it's possible. Like companies like that take money and build from hedge funds as well. So this was not necessarily a good thing that this happened, but it wasn't necessarily bad either. But I find it hilarious that those hedge fund people are going, that was market manipulation. Oh yeah? What'd you do? Now, what was
That's the whole point of the stock market.
no? What did you do? How did you do that? Like you were doing the exact same thing, only the opposite. You just got hurt because of it.
Yeah, and you got slightly hurt. Like you're still filthy rich. Shut up.
Right.
But except for the people who bought in late, like I feel bad for those.
Yeah. And the stock has gone down. It's still quite high. It's still like 10 times higher than it was 6 months ago.
Oh yeah, was it? I was watching a streamer and he was saying like how he was thinking like legit like last July he was laying in bed thinking I should maybe I should buy some GameStop stock because I think that's the time they had like a new CEO or something like that. And he was like, I looked and it was 3 something a share then. And
Yeah,
it jumped up to over 300.
It was over 300. Then it went down, then back up a little bit, then back down. It's around 50 at the moment. Like right
50
before
right now, yeah.
Like right before we started the stream, I looked.
Yeah, I just checked actually.
So, yeah, that happened. And like a lot of people are trying to sue now, Robinhood, even though that case is going to go nowhere. Because hey, guess what people don't read is the terms and conditions. Guess what's in the terms and conditions? The ability that allows Robinhood to stop halts of sales and buying of certain stocks. Some people noticed that their stocks had gone away. Well, they probably bought on margin, and Robinhood allows the sale of stocks bought on margin. So, and they also have a no arbitration clause, so there cannot be a class action lawsuit against them. So,
yeah,
but like
they got good lawyers.
But like I said, it's what Robinhood did was all in the terms and conditions. So those lawsuits are going to go nowhere.
Yeah. Yeah. See, I actually signed up for Robinhood like recently, just because I've been hearing about the damn like all those advertisements, on podcasts and get a free stock, and that shit is misleading as can be.
Sure it is. Sure it is.
And you have what it is once you actually like sign up and like I think link your bank account. Luckily, this whole crazy incident that happened, it delayed my like account from being, approved or whatever.
Sure.
So they were like, sorry, here's a second stock,
Oh,
so
cool.
I was like, oh, cool. But what it is like, there's like 3 cards in front of you, middle, left, right, and you choose which one. And that's the stock you get. It's a random thing.
Okay. So you don't even get to pick the stock. Okay.
No, because all the advertisements are like, oh, get a free stock, such as Ford and Apple, and maybe you could, but no, I didn't. I got some $5 stock that was some medical company or whatever.
Well, even it's like you only get to choose from these stocks, so you get to pick them. But no, you just said it's a blind choice.
Yeah, it's a blind choice out of 3. Yeah.
That sucks.
Yeah, it does suck. But, yeah. So, if you're interested, I've got a referral.
I've thought about, just like maybe mess a little bit in the stocks, and I was like, no.
I mean, I just signed up for the free stock just because I was like, that's cool. I'm just gonna get the free stock and then just watch it and just have fun following it.
Sure, if it goes up, sell it, and then buy stock somewhere else. Not actually put any money into it, but just play with the money you're given.
I actually kind of did that. I sold one of the stocks I got, and I was able to buy 2 shares of this other stock, and then it rose a bit, and it rose like like a dollar something like so I made like $4 or whatever, and then it's gone down a little, and I'm just like, it's just something fun, it's not my money I'm actually spending, so it's the free stock they gave me. So
Sure.
do you see the crypto side of this whole
I did not.
situation?
I did not know. No, there was a crypto side to this.
Have you heard of Dogecoin?
I have heard of Dogecoin.
The creator made it in like, I think 3 hours as a joke. And it had a huge rally. Kind of same principle. The same, like kind of, people were on the internet. Hey, let's do this. This is fun. And they like, what was it? Let's look right here at how much it was. Okay. So it was 8/10 of a penny. Like, was it, beginning of February? No, end of January, 8/10 of a penny. And it's now at 7 cents. And it's the highest I think it got was like 8 cents. And there's been a lot of to the moon. It's gonna go to $1. And let's get this. Let's all buy Dogecoins for the meme, for the lols. And it's
for the Doge.
It's been a thing. And I'm just like, oh wow. I remember when Dogecoin first came out. Yeah, it was a meme. Like that's
it's named Doge after the meme.
Yeah. And like, I don't know. I saw it was an article. The creator was like, there's no way this can go to $1. Like I made this in 3 hours as a joke. This like, what? No. But yeah, it's at like, it's almost at its record high. It's, like I said, going from 8/10 of a penny to 7 cents. Like,
well,
in less than a month.
Right now it's at 6.
Is it at 6?
It's at 6.
See,
it's actually gone down.
Okay, yeah, it's 6.5. Yeah, it's been going up and down and up and down. It was it like